With little effort and little expense, your yard can become your own backyard paradise, one that can include many of the hundreds of species of birds in our state. Barbara Bond shows us how to get started or make those improvements in today's Hello Kansas.
They are a sight for sore eyes and they're music to our ears. And if you haven't figured out what I'm talking about yet, I'm talking about the migrating birds that are returning to Kansas to join the other birds in our backyard. And to find out how we can keep them all year round, we're joined by Kathy Clausen and her granddaughter Hannah. And you own the Backyard Nature Center, and you've got some great tips for us on how we can keep our birds in the backyard all year round.
Absolutely, absolutely. People like to feed the birds year-round. It's just a fun and relaxing thing to do, and some people don't realize that there are 400 species of birds that call Kansas home at one time or another. So right now we have red-winged blackbirds, we have orioles and hummingbirds that are coming into the area to join our already here cardinals and chickadees and tufted titmice. And there's so much you can do to invite them and make them feel comfortable, and the reason we feed birds is because it's fun.
Right. What are they looking for in the habitat?
Brush. Lots of bushes and trees and shrubs. A perfectly landscaped yard is not nearly as attractive as one that maybe has, heavy bushes where the cardinals can nest, and a more mature area is going to be more promising.
Well, you've invited us into your own backyard, and you've got all kinds of bird houses and feeders. Tell us about those.
Yeah, you can provide food, you can provide shelter, and you can provide good overall habitat. And I hope that's what we've done here. But by the number of species that we have in our backyard, I think we have. Houses for some of the cavity nesting birds, that's a wonderful way to attract them. Water is definitely a year-round must for our birds. And food. The seed-eating birds continue to eat seed all year round, and when they're feeding young, their caloric intake is incredible, and they need lots and lots of seed.
Well, and I noticed that you have a couple of nectar feeder as well for the hummingbirds, and then also a jelly feeder.
It's a woodpecker.
That's a woodpecker.
A woodpecker now. Yeah. Right. The orioles are sugar junkies. We call them sugar junkies because they eat grape jelly like crazy, just like crazy right now. But also gray catbirds will eat the jelly, and so will some of the woodpeckers. And the hummingbirds, of course, will eat the nectar.
Yeah, that's really neat. This can be a very addicting hobby. I mean, it's just so relaxing to hear all of the song out here. And, initially you don't have to spend a lot of money to enjoy birds in your own backyard.
You really don't. You really don't. Just put out, some seed on a platform or a bench or whatever. See what you can attract. Put a little bit of water close by. You'll see them bathing. And the neat thing is, in the middle of the summer, you're going to start seeing birds bring their young back.
Wow.
And sit on the feeders and turn around and hand the seed to that young bird, and he's going to learn where the good food is.
Terrific. I'm always amazed that the same birds come back to the same backyard after they've migrated. Interesting. Well, thank you kindly for having us out. And if you would like to learn more about birding, just head on over to KSN.com, go to News Links, and we will get you connected with Backyard Nature. And now we're going to head on back to you.